So I'm Daniel Lopez. I'm the oversee roasting and green coffee at Frothy Monkey Roasting Company here in Nashville, Tennessee. And here we have Sofia Cuadros and Andrés Cardona. Sofia works with Unblended Coffee Importers. They're an importer who we use to source coffee. And I wanted to talk about our roaster series coffee that's coming out called the Andrés Cardona Natural Processed Coffee. And then this is Andrés Cardona here himself, the producer. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of connect the producer and the importer to the end consumer, right? And so I'm gonna do very minimal talking. I'm gonna leave it mostly to Sophia and Andres to kind of talk about what they do, the coffee itself. And so yeah, we'll get started here. And so I'll get started with Sophia. Can you tell me what it is that who Unblended is, and what makes you guys stand out probably from other importers in the industry?
Well, Unblended started about 3 years ago, and I joined the team together with my brother 2 years ago. So it's been like a beautiful learning process in everything because my experience with coffee was just in drinking it, and that's it. But this whole journey has been beautiful. We work with young coffee farmers in mostly in Antioquia, and our main purpose is to promote uh, the future of coffee um, as we connect like these producers in the US with roasters like you, for example. And what we try is to like bring them together so they really know where their coffee is at, how do you promote it there in the US. And when you have the opportunity to come to Origin, try to understand a little bit more on how they process, how they live, and so that way they can make of their farm a business and see coffee more than just a raw material as it has been seen for many years, but actually a product that they can tell a story about. So yeah, I think that's what we do every day.
Yeah, for sure. And so I think I mentioned in the beginning that you guys are based in Colombia. Andres, or is a Colombian coffee producer, and Sophia, you're a Colombian yourself. And can you? I think in our initial call we talked a little bit about the average age of the coffee producer in Colombia. If you want to talk about what the average age is currently, roughly, and then kind of like what you guys are trying to do to try to like get young people more involved.
So yeah, the average age of a coffee farmer, I think for 2013 was 63 years old. Um, and right now, what we're working on is that generational handoff of the like sons and daughters of the coffee farmers. So, for example, Andrés Cardona, he's now working in two farms. In his farm that used to be his dad's and his uncle's farm. And so he started managing it and buying shares from the neighborhoods, um, from the neighbors, and doing other processes apart from the wash that was what he was normally doing. In that way, they can build a portfolio of products and explore like what is their really advantage in their farm.
Right.
Andres right now, for example, is one of our most uh, like experienced students. We have like a mentee program, and he is a very close mentee from Felipe Trujillo, who's been
Hmm.
guiding him through all his processes that he has now. So the natural, the red sunset that's a semi-washed, and the black honey that he calls Luna Azul. And all
Yep.
those processes he learned from Felipe. And right now he's kind of like seeing how to increase his production to his farm and improve his facility and learning about like all his costs at the farm. And this is all also like this guidance of the mentors that have been in the specialty coffee industry for more years.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Well, I'm gonna start to kind of pepper Andres with some questions. I won't try to. I'll try not to ask too many, but I mostly want people to hear from the producer himself and kind of how he went about doing the going about the natural process and why he chose this natural process, and all that good stuff. So Andres, first question would be how and why did you get into coffee farming?
Eh, Eso fue como a través de un programa que lanzaron que fue el PEC, el programa para la especialidad del café. ¿Por qué? Porque siempre hemos tenido como esa caficultura tradicional, nunca habíamos experimentado los cafés especiales y me pareció muy novedoso y me gustó mucho eh, ese camino
Ahí voy a traducir. Eso fue, pero tú inicialmente trabajabas la capicultura
sí, tradicional.
y en el PET iniciaste en qué año?
Yo creo que vamos para 4 años. Empecé
Yeah.
con el
Voy a traducir. So he's saying, how did I get into specialty coffee? Like he's been in coffee since very young, because his dad owned his farm, but he got into
Right.
specialty coffee, like trying new processes or other ways of selling coffee through a program here in Antioquia that's called PEC, Program for Specialty Coffee. And their purpose is to actually guide them and connecting them with people that can commercialize his coffee, and that's how we met Andres actually through this program here in Antioquia. So he's saying that almost 4 years ago he started like trying new ways of processing coffee, and
Okay.
that's why he's
Perfect.
now.
Well, I'm drinking it. I'm drinking it right now, the natural, and it's fantastic. Super excited to get this one out. Hopefully around mid-May. So if you can tell him, he did a wonderful job. We're really excited to have the coffee and to hopefully continue our relationship moving forward in the future.
un café hecho con mucho pasión y amor.
He's saying it's a coffee made with a lot of love and patience.
A lot of love and patience. Yeah, 100%. It's awesome. It's lots of strawberry, dark chocolate, red wine. The way you guys described it is pretty much perfect. And so I think for our roaster series, like super unique coffees, I think people are gonna love it. I guess you mentioned that Andres grew up around coffee producers, and it's a family thing. So I guess if you want to ask him, like, what was it like growing up seeing it, as a kid, and then, wanting to maybe start to focus on specialty, and so, starting to do innovative processes, and, what is he, I guess, in a nutshell, what has he seen be the biggest difference change over time that led him into specialty?
El crecimiento como tal desde uno desde pequeño, que nacimos todos en ese ámbito de la caficultura y la transición de un café tradicional a los especiales, eso siempre es un cambio muy bueno. Uno deja de trabajar un producto como una estandarización a pasarlo a trabajarlo diferente, a hacer procesos, y en esos procesos uno conlleva a hacer muchas cosas más, o sea, no le toma más amor y aprecio al café porque son más métodos, son más, pues más procesos en los que uno le adhiere a ese proceso del café.
He's saying that it's been a beautiful journey to be part of that transition because when he grew up, coffee was just like a volume thing where,
Hmm.
like, you were every day doing the same, like processing
Right.
the same. But right now in specialty, he's been able to try new things to actually understand what happens if I let the sherry like this amount of time here. So that way he feels like more inspired and more excited to be a producer. It's actually he has like responsibility on the end effect of the coffee. So he's saying that that's what excites him the most, just like being able to change how he produces coffee.
And what's cool about what you guys do is the mentor mentee thing, so that the mentors are able to pass their knowledge down to the next generation. And then if you want to just ask Andres, like, how beneficial has that been, having somebody that's been in the industry for a long time kind of help and guide him and teach him the process?
Yo he sido la persona con que me he profesionalizado en el campo de los especiales, él es el que me ha acompañado, creído en mí y me ha apoyado rotundamente. Gracias a él es que tenemos todos los cafés de allá ya en Estados Unidos, porque él creyó desde un principio en mí y el acompañamiento de él ha sido principal y ha sido muy fuerte. Siempre ha estado ahí para mí, apoyándome, dándome, orientándome y sí, eh, gracias a Felipe estamos como a donde estamos.
Saying that, thanks to Felipe, he's now where he's at. he's been there always to like support him, answer every question. He's been like he said he was the first person who believed in me that I was able to like do this, and thanks to that, like my copies are now like in your hands.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think in specialty coffee here, just to give my opinion, in specialty coffee, because in Colombia, you like the federation will only buy washed coffees. So if you get into specialty, you really have to like know how to sell it or like to good. So actually, it is a lot of risk, and so being able to have like this guidance and yeah, mentorship, it's really helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And I think that's what's so cool and what stands out about you guys. And I think, all right, so my last question for Andres would be what experiments in coffee are you doing that excite you the most, as well as like staying in coffee, the future of coffee? Like, what are you most excited to see? Like, what are your next 5 to 10 years? What are you most excited about?
Y lo que tengo como una proyección es poder que todos mis procesos tengan su comercialización allá en Estados Unidos, estén reconocidos. Me sueño participando, no sé, en un concurso, en algo así, que me dé un reconocimiento para seguir adelante y profesionalizando más y estandarizando más los procesos que tenemos aún.
Y ahora, ¿en qué procesos estás haciendo?
En este momento,
Sí.
En este momento estamos haciendo Galaxy, estamos haciendo Luna Azul y próximamente vamos a hacer Red Sox.
Right now, he's processing one of his coffee that's named Galaxy. It's a yellow honey, and then we'll be doing Luna Azul. That's his black honey, and with that juice, then later he will produce the Red Sunset. That's a semi-washed, fermented in that coffee juice that he got during the black honey. So he's doing those 3 processes right now, and he's saying for the next like 5 or 10 years, he wants for his coffees to be all distributed in the U.S. and and he wants to participate like in a tournament, like a coffee,
like a cup of excellence, maybe.
Yeah.
Cup of excellence. Yeah.
Something like that can give him recognition for all this work that he's been doing these years.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's awesome. Obviously, tell him to keep up the great work because we're super excited about the coffee. I know we only got a few bags, but it's one of those. I love to start new relationships, and I'm hoping and excited about the future of working with you guys at Unblended. Also, Andres, hopefully again in the future. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of connect consumer and connect producer, and then the middle team that you guys do such a good job of marketing and trying to connect to the consumer and connect to the younger generation in Colombia to also grow coffee. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Gracias y gracias por creer en mí y muy bueno que le haya gustado el café y espero que no sea sino más, que le gusten más procesos de los que tenemos.
Yeah, he's saying he's very thankful too. Thank you for believing in him, and he hopes that this is not, this is the first one, but not the only one. He said.
Yes, for sure. Muchas gracias, Andres, por los tiempos. Mucho gusto.